Hey guys, your pal Brian. It's the day before go day here. What you see in the distance is part fog, but mostly the fires from Western Canada and the US. Yep, all the way over here. They made it. They made it here yesterday, as it turns out. But yeah, just a report before we hit the road. I languished over coming here last year because we were doing Europe for 10 weeks, and as such I knew when we got home we'd be tired. But I'm like, man, I'm 59 years old now, 60, and I can endure drive a day, rest a day, drive a day, and get here, and I did just fine. My back had hurt after a while, but I think that has to do with statins. Man, what a nice time. I enjoyed the club. The people, Ralph and Helen and Lynn and Jen and Arlie and the bunch out at the club. The people here are just lovely. And I'm booked for 2026 now here. And I'll throw a picture up here in a second. But I've made arrangements with a real nice fellow that I met probably 3 years ago locally, Sean Bagley. And he's a breeder. Does a lot of other things, but one of the things he does on the side is breed his beautiful silver and charcoal labs. And I put in for a pick of the litter female silver, so we can be completely miserable. Because if you've never had a puppy, particularly a large breed dog puppy, a number of things happen. One, you're not going to get any sleep for, I don't know, months. And by you, I mean me. Wife, she ain't going to be getting up at 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning and take the dog to pee. I will be. But that's cool, Now I'm retired. When I had Ellie as a baby puppy, she, let's see if I can do this in layers. I see her as my daughter. And like a 3-year-old. Also appreciate quite clearly that she is just a dog. But I take my responsibilities in life very seriously all the way around. And we went away one Mother's Day, her first year on the planet, and we kept her in a crate. You put them in crates. Leave it. And I knew it was going to be a long day when we come home, and she had pooped herself in the crate. Man, I did not like that. And I says, you know what? I will not allow that to happen again. And I didn't. My job is cool. I was in the latter years, and I patrolled close to my house and made sure that she did not endure that indignity again. That was 10 years ago. She's starting to age out, and part selfishness to ease the blow when she leaves this earth. Best dog I've ever had in my life, ever. Partly because we want another dog, and if you can, what you do is you go ahead and get one while your favorite dog is still on the planet, so you can maybe let some of those tendencies roll back over to the new dog. I think it'll be easier training the new dog. I've never had 2 dogs before. It's gonna be like having a barrel full of monkeys, dude. So yeah, so that's what's going on here. We've had such a lovely time. I mean, I just hate leaving here. I just hate it. And I think that's what makes it more precious, because you got to go. So the rig's all ready to go. I did my job this morning, we're going to go hit the fuel stops. Ellie, come. Hey, what? Let's take the long way. Let Dad blather. Come on. Look at her. You wouldn't think that she's having a hard way to go. I'd mentioned this. She's fine. She has an enlarged spleen, and we had a scare just before last season. Vet said, "Man, you know, she's got a large spleen. That's usually reserved for, oddly enough, German Shepherds." They biopsied her and everything was 10-4. She just has a big spleen. Got back from my son's, and she's a little heavier than when I left her. They don't mean anything by it, but hell, they got 2 dogs and they all want food. So, as such, she was a little slow. And I figure it was just from partying with her compadres at my son's house. But as it turns out, I think her spleen, you know, because they get fat. The vet told me to keep her light. I think her spleen was pushing against her gear inside and giving her grief. I got her down to fighting weight now, and she's doing great. So I have to give my son some instruction. He's going to have her again for 3 weeks while we're in Alaska. So, but we went from last year unlimited hiking. That is, she was 9 years old, and you could not out-hike her. She had boundless energy. And in 1 year, she'll do this walk right here, and it'll end up being about a mile and some change. And she'll sleep the rest of the morning deeply. Yeah, she's checking out, but you know, it's just the way dogs work. I had one lady opine that the only good thing about dogs living, Ellie Bain, a shorter life than us, is that we get to experience so many different dogs. Hey, no, Ellie Bain, Ellie Bain, Ellie Bain, Ellie Bain. Willful child. Ellie, no. Because I can't tell if it's skunks or rabbits. We love her so much, we've left her Be Good collar off. And my wife and I agreed that, much like a child, that they sense weakness. Come on. No, come on. Hey, no. They sense weakness and exploit it. So guess who's getting her Be Good collar back on? Willful child. So what else? Done here. The lovely lady that owns the place has this booked for 26. Also, my favorite place in North Carolina is booked for 26. And the lady up there, Stephanie, and her husband Adam, and their beautiful children, she's so kind. They're at Ellie Bain, the place that we stay at in North Carolina. Look at her. You wouldn't think she's old. We've really been blessed. I've said this 1,000 times on video that normally the labs will calm down about age 5. And by calm down, I mean be lumps that don't hardly do anything. And I used to apologize to people for her being so spastic and energetic. And I stopped that. It is a blessing to have her still spry and a maniac, a beautiful maniac. Yeah, we've been lucky. Just a doll. But yeah, Ellie Bain. No, I'm not going to go that way. She's so smart, man. We're going to go this way. I'm going to go out to the beaver pond. But yeah, we got to leave this beautiful place. So next year we'll arrive we'll miss winter for sure and get here in mud season. a little later than mud season. And then they open up May 15 for their camping season. Nope. By the way, this is where we jumped a bear right here last year. A big juvenile, 200 and something pounds. Scared him and scared my wife. It's funny too, because I had not seen bears scatter around. Caught my attention as well. Come on, Alice. I smell plastic burning. Come on, Alice. Elle. Anywho, yeah, we arrive here May 15 next year, which is bug season. So you have mud season, bug season, and then what we're experiencing right now, which is nirvana. All the biting bugs die off generally around July 1 latest. We got to experience it well into July, eating me alive. Next year I got to start wearing bug dope properly. I just hate putting it on. When you're old, you don't want to shower every day if you're not sweating, that sort of thing. And putting bug dope on makes you have to shower every day. Come on. That water is flowing though. That thing is full. What is this? Huh. But yeah, this place is beautiful. And we love it. So we'll be here a full 5 months next year. And then, man, I got with a breeder and I told him, I said, the deal is I give you a deposit for a dog and well, upon receipt of the dog prior to September 30, because we are rolling out of here September 30. And he's funny. He goes, well, you can have it shipped. And I go, no, we're not going to do that. I'm not going to ship a puppy. So if, God conspires against us and we can't, if the litter doesn't happen before, obviously before we leave, before we can take delivery of the dog, then we're out. We'll do it again the next season. Unfortunately, it's a whole nother year. He keeps sending me pictures of puppies, man, he's so wrong. So that's all you need to know. Tomorrow, 250 miles south, stand down day 2, another 250, another 250, another 250, and we'll do that until 250 adds up to 1,680 miles. Hey, come on. You are such a monkey. She never gets yelled at. I've never beat her, my wife, or my son. And I hate being mean to them, but every now and then you have to be stern or they don't take you seriously. Come. Because even though we think these little dogs are personified as humans, they operate on dominance and submission. And if you let them be dominant, it's all bad. All right, so yeah, you have the 411 on what I'm up to. Get back home. We have about a 4-day window. We'll pack, kind of like we did for Europe, just in carry-ons and backpacks for Alaska. And then we're gone for 3 weeks. Come back for, I think we have 2 full weeks when we get back before we head up to North Carolina. And then we're there in North Carolina for a month. Oh shoot, we gotta talk about Trimble Park. There's this beautiful place about 4 miles from where we live called Trimble Park. Those who know me know the place. You got to do 45 days out to get your camping spot. And we've been able to do it for the last, like 15 years for Thanksgiving. Sherba and I don't have any family anymore. They're all dead and gone, except for just a few. So my friends are my family. And I look so forward to going to Trimble Park and having Thanksgiving with my loved ones. And so I got to go mark on a calendar when I get back, see if I can remember to do this, for the 45-day out window, and then go ahead and with my computer, Ellie, come, make sure my password's still good so I can log in the moment I get up that morning and get a camping spot for Thanksgiving. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. All the best to the Rowdies, Azir, Rick, of course, Captain Crunch, M. Finn, all the people that interface with me. Screw the rest of you idiots on RCG that don't talk to me. Yeah, it's a lovely community, and just like any community, you have difficult players. Isn't that pretty? So I can fly right here. If I teach myself how to fly my pattern plane properly, and what that means is breaking the hell out of it as I get used to hovering, I can fly right here, which is 2 minutes from where my rig is. Okay. So we're off to go provision up for the road, and kind of getting jazzed. It'll be an easy drive tomorrow, getting transitioned. Backing out of here is never easy. I want to try something different this time and just cut it hard. The way fifth wheels work is the more you get out of closer to 45 degrees, 25, 30 degrees, the tighter you can turn. But the quicker you do that, the tighter you can turn. So tomorrow morning, my mission is to crank that baby over as fast as I can to get the best angle to the dangle to get out. I've been wanting to try just pulling forward, but my rig is a park princess and it sits so close to the ground that I don't want to drag. I can have my wife, she'll be spotting for me tomorrow. I can have her spot for pulling straight forward, but I don't know. I not know. I just back out every time. Oh, and one other thing, my neighbors, Jerry and Debbie. Ellie, come. Let's snap in. We do have some dogs here. Good girl. She's getting tired. So now she minds. That's something. But yeah, thanks for taking it's a 1.1 mile walk. And we do this, I don't know how many times a day. And that's what prevents us from wanting to leave the property, because it's so freaking beautiful. But Jerry and Debbie are going to come up here next year, and I hope they spend a couple of weeks, and I hope they get after bug season and mud season, because I think they're going to love the place. If you get bit, you got to be a special type of person to tolerate being bit all the damn time. And for me, it doesn't bother me, other than it's just a nuisance. Actually, we hate it with her because they jump on her like a bum on a bologna sandwich. Can you say bum anymore? I mean, we finally had to spray horse spray on her to keep them from biting. It worked perfectly. You can only do it every 3 days, though. Come. These are lovely people here. Terry and Karen, the work campers. No, oh, that's legal. Isn't that good? Yeah, Terry and Karen. I stopped them the other day and I told them that if nobody tells them that they're appreciated for what they do, I appreciate them out here mowing all the time. I mean, look at the place. Just gorgeous. The boss lady. Speaking of boss, the wife is out there moving around. You see, I got all my lights pulled up. Everything's pulled up. Okay. All the signs, everything's pulled up. We don't leave out of here until probably about 9 tomorrow morning, but actually I'd like to leave a little earlier because the predicted rain where I'm arriving about the same time. I just prefer not to be trying to set up in the rain. Although setup takes us 2 seconds. This thing's embarrassing. It's got auto level. So these giant hydraulic feet, there's 6 of them. What you'd see on a Rockstar bus. You see that silver? They just come down and level it, and that's all you got to do. Leave that. You can leave everything hooked up. Wait for the rain to pass. See ya.